BoboVR have just released their D3 charging dock for the Quest 3 that not only charges your headset wirelessly but can also charge your controllers and a BoboVR B100 battery wirelessly too. Now we don't all have BoboVR head straps though, so I'm going to test this with both Halo style head straps and Elite style head straps and different facial interfaces to make sure it works regardless of what you already have. All that so that by the end of this video you'll know if this is right for you. Before we go any further, I should point out that BoboVR did send me this to review, but they're not paying for or sponsoring this video, so you are, as always, going to get my honest opinion. So what's in the box? Well, there's the USB-C charging cable, there's the charging dock itself, battery covers for your controllers, and also rechargeable batteries as well. There's also these sticky mats as well, and we'll get to installing those in a little bit as well. There is something that isn't in the box though, and that's a USB-C charger, and I'll get to that in a bit. Setting this up is super easy. Now first we need to put the batteries and the battery covers on your controllers. So first move your current battery cover and also remove the battery if you've already got one in it. Now take your new rechargeable batteries and make sure you get the left and the right battery in the correct controller, and once they are in place then put the new battery cover over the top. Now we can add the sticky mats to the underside of the dock, and with the flat side sticking to the dock and the logo and the pattern side facing out. Now you don't have to add these to your dock, but with them installed there's no chance of the dock moving around on your desk, and then just plug it in and it's ready to go. Now as I mentioned, it doesn't come with a charger in the box, so you do need to provide your own, and it needs to provide at least 45 watts of power. I will show you some options later in the video that aren't too expensive if you don't already have one. Now I did find that the USB-C cable that came with it in the box, well, it's a bit short, so I just used these when I was testing. I just had a couple of these JSO cables, they're 2 meters long, just lying around the house, and I just used these. I actually also used, what else did I use? I used this. So here's an Anker power bank. This is a 65 watt power bank, and I just used that to plug straight into here because then it didn't have to be near a wall socket, and I could put it pretty much anywhere. Both of those were super handy. I'll put links to both of those in the description down below if you're interested in either of those. So this dock charges 3 different items at the same time. It's going to charge your headset, your controllers, and your head strap batteries as well, with a caveat to that one which I'll get to in a bit. So first, the headset. Well, charging this, you just simply rest it in the charging bar and that automatically adjusts to help you get the best connection between the charging pins on the dock and the charging connectors on the underneath of the headset. Now unfortunately it's not magnetic, so you do have to be careful when placing the headset to make sure the pins line up correctly. Now I tested this out with both Halo style head straps and Elite style head straps, and also used it with the default facial interface, the AMVR one, and my custom made one from Oblique as well. And the results, well, they're actually surprising because the dock worked with them all. I was at least expecting one of them to be incompatible. The BoboVR S3 strap that I've got here, well, that worked. Any Elite style head strap that I threw at it worked. The default facial interface worked. Although I kind of expected that one to work as it's the one that the Quest 3 comes with, but it also worked with the AMVR one as well, and that's a pretty big facial interface. And even the Oblique facial interface, which is custom made for my face, well, that worked too. Now, I have seen some other videos where the Oblique interface didn't work, but I had no problem at all. I think that's down to some earlier versions of their facial interface. It had a lip around the nose area that prevented it contacting correctly. However, mine doesn't have that, and it connected just fine. Secondly, not only does this dock wirelessly charge your controllers simply by placing them in the charging slots where they magnetically attach and start charging straight away, but the dock is also compatible with the BoboVR G3 controller grips, and it still allows the batteries to be charged wirelessly with the strap still on. I've actually reviewed these grips already if you want to go check out that video after this one. The dock is not compatible with any other grips if you still want it to be doing wireless charging of your controllers. Finally, the dock also supports charging a BoboVR B100 battery pack. So if you already have the BoboVR S3 Pro or M3 Max head strap and you have a B100 battery, then you can use this dock to charge it just by dropping it in the hole at the back, where it magnetically attaches and starts charging. It will not charge the B100 batteries if they're on the head strap itself, nor will they charge batteries in head straps by other companies. So there are 3 issues or things that you should be aware of before buying this. First up is headset charging. Now, whilst it worked, I wouldn't say it was trouble-free. The pins don't magnetically attach to the headset, and so whilst the charging bar is movable, do still need to angle your headset properly to get a solid connection so that it charges. And that differs depending on the head strap and the facial interface that you are using. So it's a little bit trial and error to the first time that you use it. After that though, it's the same angle each time, so it's a lot easier after that. So unlike the controllers, which are pretty much set and forget as they magnetically attach to the dock, with a headset, because it's not magnetic, well, I do find myself putting it on the charging bar and waiting for the headset light to turn red to know that it's charging before walking away. Still, it works with every head strap and facial interface that I tried, and that's awesome. Secondly, the wireless charging of the controllers. Now, I don't know if it's just my unit that I've got here or not, but when I place the controllers on the charging pads, I can hear a ticking sound. Now, I think it's the rechargeable batteries in the controllers rather than the dock itself making the sound. It's not loud, and I only noticed it because my head was near it when I was testing. If you have the dock in your bedroom though, it might be an issue depending upon how sensitive to sound you are. I don't hear any sound if the dock is just charging the headset or the batteries though. I have reached out to Bobo VR to see if it's just an issue with my unit or a more general problem, and I'll update you in the comments down below when I hear back. And now desk space, because now it's all set up, well, you go and put this on and it does look pretty cool. It's pretty good having everything on display and ready to use at a moment's notice. However, it does take up quite a lot of space on your desk, and you also have to leave enough room behind it for the back of the head strap to rest on it too. So just bear that in mind if you're thinking about getting it. So now let's get to the price, because the D3 charging dock on its own is $70. But remember that it doesn't come with a charger, so you'll need to buy one if you don't already have one. And it needs to provide at least 45 watts of power. I've been using a Ugreen 65 watt charger. These cost around $30. Now these have 3 USB ports, so not only can you use them to provide power to the charging dock, but you can also use it to charge your phone or even your laptop. I'll put a link to this in the description down below for you if you're interested in that as well. So if you think about total cost, it's going to cost you $100 for both the dock and the charger. Also for $100, Bobo VR also do the D3 C pack that includes the D3 charging dock, a 45 watt charger, and the G3 grips. So if you're thinking about getting it all, that's definitely better value for money. I will put purchase links to everything I've just mentioned in the description down below so you can go check them out for yourself. So should you buy it? Well, it is a great all-in-one charging dock if you're fully into the Bobo VR ecosystem. So you've got the S3 Pro head strap with the battery, and you have or want their grips too. For me though, I use their BD3 battery charging dock to keep the batteries charged up. I've got that, which I've got over here. And then I just use the batteries and the controller grips, well, just as rechargeable batteries, because they last for ages really, so wirelessly charging isn't really a big concern for me for the controllers. And if you're using different controller grips or don't use their batteries, then this charging dock is a pretty expensive way to charge your headset. I'd be interested to hear what you think though. Do you think this is a good charging option for the Quest 3? Would you buy it? If you already have it, what do you think of it? Do you actually have an even better option? Let me know in the comments down below. If you do want to check out some more charging options, then be sure to check out the link up here or here. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.